Hello and welcome back to Sang Media. We're on See or Not to See.
Today we'll talk about Operation Mincemeat on Broadway.
Previews began on February 15th of 2025 and they opened.
Last March 20th, 2025 at the Golden Theater.
Yep. Operation Mincemeat is a musical comedy written by David Cumming, Felix Hagen, Natasha Hodgson, and Zoe Roberts.
Collectively known as the musical comedy troupe Spitlip. This
Spitlip.
show marks their debut production.
3 of them are part of the cast. The show was inspired by the real-life British deception mission during the Second World War, World War II. The musical is based on.
True events of the same name, Operation Mincemeat. It earned 6 Laurence Olivier Award nominations and won 2. The
Best
first
New
being
Musical and Best Actor in a Supporting Role.
in a musical for Jack Malone. So, how did it transfer over to Broadway? Stay tuned to find out.
Let's talk about the plot.
Set in 1943, the musical centers on MI5 officers Ewan Montague and Charles Chumley, who devise an audacious plan to mislead Nazi forces about the Allies' invasion target.
Their strategy involves planting falsified documents on a corpse disguised as Major William Martin and releasing it off the coast of Spain.
Aiming to convince the Germans that the Allies planned to invade Sardinia instead of Sicily.
The ensemble cast portrays multiple roles with rapid costume changes, and there's a lot of gender swapping in these performances. It brings to life the whole host of characters, and that there's a whole thing going on.
Including MI5 Secretary Hester Legat and clerk Jean Leslie.
Who play crucial roles in crafting the fictitious officer's backstory. The musical balances farcical humor with poignant moments such as the creation of a heartfelt letter from Martin's supposed fiancée.
Adding depth to the fabricated persona. As the operation unfolds, the team faces internal conflicts, ethical dilemmas, and high stakes of wartime espionage.
Despite setbacks and personal tensions, their plan ultimately deceives the Nazis, leading to a successful Allied invasion of Sicily.
The musical concludes by acknowledging the real life individuals involved and the anonymous man who became the man who never was. Now let's talk about the cast and characters.
David Cumming plays Charles
Chumley,
and others. I'm never going to say that last name right. He's a co-founder of Split Lip. Cumming portrays Charles, who is a
Chumley,
socially awkward yet determined MI5 officer and one of the co-devisers of the audacious plan to deceive the Nazis. His performance balances comedic timing with the character's earnestness.
Natasha Hudson plays Ewan Montague and others. She is a Spitlip co-founder and takes on the role of Ewan Montague, a charismatic and somewhat arrogant intelligence officer. Her portrayal adds depth to the character, highlighting both his confidence and underlying vulnerabilities.
Jack Malone is played by Hester Lagat
And others.
and others. Jack Malone delivers a stand out. I can't speak anymore, guys. He delivers a standout performance as Hester Lagat, an MI5 secretary whose contributions are pivotal to the operation's success. His portrayal has been praised for its emotional resonance, particularly in a heartfelt solo that adds depth to the narrative.
Claire Marie Hall plays Jean Leslie and others, who I might add is of Welsh and Filipino descent. Yay, Filipino representation.
Welsh.
Hall embodies Jean Leslie, a resourceful clerk who helps craft the fictitious identity of Major William Martin. Her performance brings warmth and determination to the role, showcasing the vital contributions of women in wartime intelligence.
Zoe Roberts plays Johnny Bevan, Ian Fleming, and many others. Roberts, another split lip co founder, showcases her versatility by portraying multiple characters within the same scene, within the same song, sometimes, like rapid succession, a lot of these people, including Johnny Bevan and a young Ian Fleming. Her performances add layers of humor and intrigue to the production. Let's talk about the music. The music in Operation Mincemeat is a clever blend of catchy pop, swing, and musical theater styles, packed with witty lyrics and rapid-fire wordplay.
Each song serves the fast paced comedy while also revealing emotional depth, especially in ballads like Dear Bill. Created by the Spit Lip team, the score is known for its genre hopping energy, tight harmonies, and satirical edge, helping drive both the plot and the laughs. So here are some of the standout musical numbers.
Born to Lead, which is a bombastic opener where Ewan makes his confident entrance full of swagger and ambition.
Dead in the Water. Charles Chumley sings this neurotic yet hilarious solo, revealing his social awkwardness and desire to be taken seriously.
Making a Man, a sharp ensemble number where the team crafts the backstory of the fictitious Major William Martin.
Dear Bill is probably one of the heartwarming songs. Is an emotional ballad using sung by Hester Leggett, expressing loss and loneliness through a fabricated love letter.
I think this was my favorite song.
Yeah.
And then we have Sail On Boys, a lively swing number celebrating the launch of the operation, one of the most high energy ensemble songs in the show.
Useful is another favorite song of mine, sung by Jean Leslie, reflects on being underestimated, delivering a powerful moment of self worth and recognition.
The Ballad of Willie Watkins, a tongue in cheek number recounting the fictional life of corpse turned hero, Major Martin.
Bevan's Dirty Secret, a fun, gossipy, quick-fire number with juicy revelation and clever rhymes.
And of course, a glitzy finale. The
Oh yeah,
show
this is fun.
closes with a rousing and cheeky number that reflects on the absurdity and bravery behind this
Real life.
bizarrely real life mission.
I know.
All right, before we go into our verdict, we do want to say that we are not professional critics. This is all for fun. So, as long as you're enjoying this with us, we're enjoying this with you. Even if we don't fully enjoy a show, we're there for relaxation and our own personal.
Right.
Like,
It's
yeah.
I mean, you go see a show and get entertained by it.
Yeah.
So also we try to insert the facts about the show so you learn more something factual about it too.
Mm-hmm.
And now, what do I think of the show? So this took me a good 30 minutes to really settle into the show. At first, it was just okay, but once I found its rhythm, I think it got a lot funnier. The second half was where it really took off for me. The cast had a fantastic energy, the performances were sharp, and the music kept things moving. The punchlines and physical comedy mostly landed, but I missed a few jokes because of the British accents, some of the slang, or the so sound quality. We were seated at the last row of the orchestra on the left hand side. I knew going into this I had such a high expectation because it won an Olivier Awards. But in the end, I think Operation Mincemeat absolutely delivers a clever, high energy show that I definitely recommend.
All right, time for me. So, I also struggled a little bit with the accent, mostly when it was being sung. I was losing a few words, unfortunately. I got into it more, as I agree with the start was a little bit rough. It was a good start. It was nice energy. It's just I was losing words, unfortunately. But the cast was going into this with a kind heart and an earnest way of acting. I
Right.
could tell that they were wanting to tell this story of people, even though it's almost a Monty Python esque like version of
But
James Bond. Like you're gonna get a bunch of jokes that I think are in that range. If you like that, a little bit of slapstick, a little bit of British humor, this show is for you. And then,
definitely.
yes, that second act and Dear Bill are some of my standouts for this, for sure.
So overall,
I would say go see the show. Tell us what you think about the show.
yeah,
And yeah,
if you've seen it, let us know what you think. We'd love to hear from you. So at this point, we'd like to encourage everybody to like,
comment, subscribe,
share.
and share. Also, what other ridiculous missions were there out there that went either terribly wrong in a funny way or terribly right in a funny way? There's got to be more stuff. So, what are the other stories?
My name is Rod
And I've been.
from Sang Media. Thank you for watching.
This message will explode in three,
Two,
two, one.
one.